Oh man, what a day. Hey, Tyler, welcome to the show. I'm excited to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
By the way, we've been doing this show for like 3 years. We've never had a place like this to get prepared. I kind of like to go the natural way, but we may need a little help. But anyway,
Just
we'll
a little
figure that out. Look at over here. Look at Izzy. Izzy, what are you doing?
I mean, I gotta be clean shaven for my fans. You know how that goes.
Okay, good. Don't forget to straighten your hair. Be real careful with this thing.
I know, it's dangerous.
JR,
Yeah,
are you ready for the show?
yeah, I'm already through makeup, just finishing up the hair.
You need to work a little more on that.
Yeah, all right, I'll keep it going. All right, what do you say?
Man,
Tony, what do you
hey, you gotta get ready. We've never had this. Now remember, our subject today, Tyler, you're new, is gonna be bathrooms. So everything you see here, we're gonna be talking about. But think about it. What do we need? Like mirrors and vanities. Bathrooms are subject.
Very important. Look at the ladies over here. What you doing, ladies?
Oh, well, we're doing makeup. We're getting ready. We've got the proper lighting. It's important to have the proper vanity storage.
A
Makeup's
lot of
important.
things to think about. By the way, were you pouting her nose?
I sure was.
I'm thinking maybe Tyler needs do a little of that as well. Here, Tyler. He's a little chalky looking. Anyway,
I'm working on my past.
Where's Tony at?
I haven't seen
I'm
him.
here in the shower. We got a ceramic shower in this place.
Hey, put that down. He needs all this space to
Oh,
himself.
I didn't see that.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad.
Hey, that's not nice.
Hey guys, we're late. We gotta get the show started.
Hey, but didn't the network do a great job on this? I had to pull some strings, but we have a great dressing room now.
Oh, this was awesome.
Hey, welcome to Between the Studs. My name's Lonnie Norris, and this is part of the Granite Ridge Builders team, including Tyler Cady. He's new to you, but not new to us. He works on our construction side. We're glad Tyler's with us today.
Good job, Tyler. Thanks
And then
for coming.
also Tony Ranke, been president of Granite Ridge for the last 18 years, and he's going to tell us today what we're doing.
Okay, we're going to make the whole show today about bathrooms. Now, baths, obviously we understand, bathing, things like that. Some of the names, we're going to talk about that. So bathrooms are a subject.
By far, this is the most important room in the house. This is one room no one wants to live without.
I don't know about that. I think about the kitchen, because when I was growing up, my mom would actually bathe me in the kitchen sink.
Well, I don't think I'm going to bathe in my kitchen and then use it.
Okay, maybe not, maybe not.
They've evolved so much over the years, and it has to be probably one of the most important and time-consuming places that we design with people besides the exteriors and the kitchens. We have to spend the most amount of time on bathrooms because it's that important.
Okay, well, speaking of that, what are some of your favorite names besides bathroom? What else do we call that room?
Well, having 4 kids, I'm always talking about taking the kids to the little boys' room or the little girls' room.
It's not true.
I've heard the term quiet room. It's not very quiet when I'm in there, but quiet room.
I'd love to think of it as a spa retreat, but with 2 little kids, it's definitely the potty.
That's true.
A lot of people hear it called the washroom. In our house, we call it the restroom because for me, it's a nice, relaxing place to get away.
For me, being in the military, a lot of times we refer to the bathroom as the latrine. And for the Navy, they call it the head, primarily because the bathroom is located at the head of the ship.
Now, when we were walking in, I was watching Kayla and Elizabeth getting ready, and they were powdering their noses and their faces. And it just reminded me of the powder room that was used for so many years. And that started off in the late 1700s when the men would actually go into these rooms to powder their wigs to give them that white look. Now, fast forward about 100 years, then the women were using those rooms to powder their noses, and that's how we got the term powder room.
Interesting. Well, as you can see, I think your audience is going to find this really, really interesting. So let's do, we're going to break this into the top 10 components of what you need to think about when you're either remodeling and or building. So let's break out. We're going to talk about the top things. Bathing will be first. Let's go and get the red pieces and get behind this.
Sounds good.
I really hope they don't mess
think
this
it was
dressing
okay.
thing
Yeah.
up and they pull it away
Oh,
from
man,
us.
me too.
I'm nervous.
Okay, Liz, we're talking about bathrooms. We get to talk today about probably the number one most important feature. That's the bath itself or even some showers. Here at Granite Ridge, you've mentioned you spend a lot of time when you're in the decorating phase talking about these, and every house has multiple bathrooms. So let's talk about some of the different options that folks have with bathrooms.
You know, bathrooms have a lot of design elements that we have to talk through and really digest and think about and the functionality for. So one of them would definitely be the tubs and how you're going to use that. So some people like the built-in garden tub where you have the deck around, you can decorate it a little bit more, but it does take up a lot of space. So we're really seeing it go to more freestanding tubs. It saves a little bit of room, and the design element is absolutely gorgeous. You can do mosaics underneath in your flooring. You can do really cool shower, some features here with a handheld wand. You could do a deck-mounted faucet. There's just a lot of design that's so much fun to talk about.
So if we opt away from more of a freestanding tub or even a garden tub, what are some of the options people are going to choose?
You know, we really focus a lot about showers right now. And for resale, we say a lot of people are foregoing tubs in general. If they at least have one tub in the home, we're good with that. But most people are doing showers now, whether that's going to be a fiberglass shower unit or a tile shower. You can have it as small as a 5-foot by 3-foot shower. You can have it as large as an 8-foot, 9-foot, 10-foot ceramic shower, as much as you'd want to go. That's what we're here to have fun with.
Yeah, the questions anymore aren't just as simple as I want a tile shower. It's what size, what design, door, no door, what type of tile, bullnose, mosaics. The options are limitless there.
There really are, and there's going to be a lot of things, and we're really getting away from shower doors, and we're just doing glass panels or a walk-in shower with no doors at all. So there's a lot of things to think about, and even later in the show, we're going to talk about faucets and how important those are in your showering systems.
Okay, as we do this design phase with folks early on in the process, this is one of the rooms that they want to start in.
Absolutely. They've become so elaborate and really spa-like. They're a retreat now. So that's why we have the focus on the showering systems, the bath systems, because it is a retreat and people are going to spend a lot of time in these spaces.
You know, it's funny. We did one a couple weeks ago. The master bath was about 400 square foot. It was bigger than the bedroom itself.
You know, let's go take a look at my favorite one over here.
Well, the second important component of a bathroom is the vanity. This is really important because it houses your sink and of course it provides storage. Now right here is an example of a pedestal sink, and we do some of these. You'll see this more in a half bath, maybe not a bathroom that you're getting ready to, primarily because it doesn't provide any storage, but it is a pretty look.
Now, when I'm trying to put everything together here, when we're designing the bathroom and the vanity in particular, Elizabeth, what are some of the questions that we need to be asking about storage space in that vanity?
Well, there's a lot of questions. First of all, a lot of times we need to ask people, do you want 2 sinks or 1 sink? That's an important question because their bathroom size might need to increase. When we have 2 sinks in a vanity, the minimum width we want is 5 feet.
Now, when we're doing 5 feet, there's really not much space at all on top for putting anything, is there?
That's right. There's not a whole lot of counter space, and depending on your countertop, that can make a difference as well. If you have a quartz or a granite countertop, you'll have an undermount sink. That gives you a little more storage because you don't have the lip of your sink. Sometimes we talk to people because maybe they want 1 sink, but they want more counter space. So if you take a 5-foot vanity and put 1 sink in it, a lot of times we'll offset it like this. It gives you a nice countertop right here.
Now, that also gives you an opportunity to do what you have right underneath you right here with that knee hole.
Yeah, this is a knee hole, and this is a nice thing. I know for me, I like it because I can sit here and do my makeup. So you don't have to stand to get ready. You know, it may take you 5 minutes to get ready or 30 minutes, so you can sit and get ready.
Now, another major component when it comes to vanities is actually the vanity heights in a lot of ways. Because your standard is going to be about 33 inches, isn't it?
Yes, that's correct. And one nice thing we do at Granite Ridge Builders is we raise our vanity heights to about 36 inches. This is nice because you don't have to bend so far over. Sometimes we get asked the question, you know, I've got little kids, it's harder for them to reach. But I always say a stool is great. They're only going to be little for a short time.
Another major component with these vanities is going to be the drawers, isn't it?
That's correct. Now, depending on the width of your vanity, you may have just doors that open or you may have drawers. So a lot of our bathrooms, the smaller bathrooms, maybe a half bath would have a 30-inch wide vanity. There you would just have a couple of doors typically that open up and you'd still have storage. But when you get a little bit wider, you do have some drawers here, which is nice. And we can set it up to accommodate different types of drawers. You know, they could be bigger or smaller.
The big thing is making sure that you're working with someone like a Granite Ridge Builders who knows the proper questions to ask you to make sure that we design the perfect vanity for each and every one of the bathrooms in your house.
So Tyler, we are talking about probably the third most important feature we talk about bathrooms, and that is the water closet, maybe the toilet or the stool. A lot of people have heard those terms. This piece itself has had a huge evolution. I remember back when the actual tank itself was mounted high in the wall. That thing would flush 5.5 gallons, and they mounted that high to get the extra gravity, pulling that water down to make sure it would clean and flush everything out. So Tyler, once we had those tanks that were mounted on the wall that were 5.5 gallons, we really started to try to conserve water and shrink down the amount of gallons per flush. They were smart enough back in the day. I remember that my grandfather used to put bricks inside of his tank to reduce the amount of gallons per flush that would fill up that tank. So they would inevitably take a 3.6 gallon tank and only fill it with 2.4 gallons of water. And now we've really even taken that farther. We've started to do dual flush toilets and stools that only flush 1.6 or even as little as 0.8 gallons, really in those areas trying to conserve water like maybe California where water's scarce.
That's right, JR. Actually, in 1995 is when they made that change to really be conscious about water conservation. Believe it or not, actually 1980, if you go back to the toilets that were back then compared to those 1.6 gallons per flush or 0.8 gallons per flush, we're actually 75% more efficient with water conservation with the toilets that you see today.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a more evolving process as time goes by. A lot of our viewers at home, Tyler, may not know some of the parts and pieces and the terminology that makes up a toilet. I think you're going to explain some of those for us.
Sure, absolutely. So as you can see right here, we have what's called a trap on this toilet. So sometimes, I get a lot of calls as a project manager when sales agents go in the home. Sometimes there's a little bit of a sewer smell or something that you smell that comes from the toilet or a sewer pipe. What this does is this actually holds water. So this water prevents that gas from coming up into the house. It's really, one of those things that you don't want to smell on a regular basis.
Yeah, so what's happening in that situation is the water is dried out of that trap just because the toilet hasn't been being used, and then that gas is running back up through here. So a real easy fix. Take a little bit of water, dump it right in there, refill that trap, take care of that smell for you, no problem.
Absolutely. Now with that water, a lot of people want to know, where does that water come from? So we have on the back of your toilet a tank, and inside this tank we have a valve that with each flush fills this tank, allows that water to run through this valve down here and pushes all your waste out of the house. Now with the evolution of toilets, nowadays we have things that are so much more efficient. We have rim valves. We also have siphon valves that will flush that waste down that pipe, and it just creates a more efficient process with toilets compared to what they were 30 to 50, even 100 years ago.
Yeah, those rim jets make it a little easier from a cleaning standpoint too.
Yes.
The stools themselves are starting to evolve, and we're integrating new technology into the stools of all things, believe it or not. So we did a house out a couple years ago called the Next Step House that had a smarter toilet than probably you and I combined. That thing would do all kinds of features. It would self-clean, had a button, you push it, you put some cleaning detergent in there, it cleans itself, had some lights on it so that if you needed pathway lighting in the middle of the night, you didn't have to flip the switch. Even had a feature you pair to your phone, you could play music while you're in there too.
Dang, that's really nice.
And lastly, Tyler, we've really started to change some of the shapes and sizes of these stools too. Used to be, maybe 15 inches off the ground or so, pretty small round bowl. We've tried to make this a more comfortable experience too. So we're doing raised height up to 17 or 19 inches tall. We're doing elongated bowls just to make it more comfortable. So this piece of equipment in your house is really, really starting to evolve.
That's true, JR. And one of the great things about toilets nowadays is you can get them in a variety of shapes and sizes. So here at Granite Ridge, a lot of the standard sizes are that 15 to 16 inch height. With this one, this is 17 inches. So by ADA compliance, usually your heights for your toilets are going to range anywhere between 17 and 19 inches. And when you get up from the toilet, that's just making it a lot easier on your joints. It's a much different feel. It's hard to explain, but if you came into our showroom and sat on some of these toilets, we have good examples to really show you what we can do with toilets, and the decorators do a great process regarding fitting a customer's needs in terms of what they would want.
Some of these things even got features like our cabinetry. We got soft close on these things now too. That's my favorite part.
That's awesome.
All right, you gonna put this thing down? Because I'm pretty sure it doesn't go here.
Well, I guess we'll put it back so somebody doesn't yell at us. Oh,
Careful!
Kayla, we've talked about all the pretty sinks, we've talked about the pretty bathtubs and the pretty showers, but let's face it, if you don't have something for the water to come out of, they're not going to do you any good.
It's pretty true. Faucets have got to be a major, important part in your bathroom selections. So we have so many options behind us, and we really are talking sinks and your shower fixtures and all of those sorts of components.
And these are really something that's going to grab the person's eye, correct?
Absolutely is. So it's really important to talk about finish and style. Now, a lot of people have some pretty specific preferences when it comes to your sink faucets. Me personally, I'm a single handle person. A lot of people I know are a double handle, so you have two different ones, the hot and cold here. But me personally, I really like the single because it's easier for my kids. So that's going to be something very important for people to take a look at when they're doing their selections, as well as the finish. The nice thing is Granite Ridge uses Delta faucets primarily, but we have access to almost any faucet brand out there. And the finishes are interchangeable between most of the styles. So you're going to be looking at a style that is geared towards you. So if you're the modern farmhouse or the traditional, you have all sorts of styles that play into that, as well as then the finish too.
And you don't have to have these match the other ones in the house, do you?
Absolutely not. You can do a lot of different things. You can have one bathroom be chrome, one bathroom be bronze or nickel, and that's okay too.
And there's a lot of other options that you have there. It's not just chrome or bronze or anything like that anymore.
Exactly. We're really popular. We're getting into the golds, the blacks, the chromes mixed with black. There's things like that too, as well as for the shower heads. So another really important part when we're talking about fixtures is going to be your showers.
And the big thing is you have designers here who can help you with all that, even figuring out if you need one shower head or 4 shower heads in that shower.
Yeah, I really like mist jets. Let's go take a look
let's
at
do
this
that.
display, 'cause that's my favorite thing.
Tyler, coming in at number 5 on our list today is something that I would argue could even be number 1, and that is mirrors. Mirrors are a very underrated part of our bathrooms today and something that everyone uses on a daily basis. No matter if it's a quick shave or adjusting your hair, seeing if your clothes look okay, no matter what, you've probably used a mirror on every day.
You're right, Izzy, and mirrors actually weren't created that long ago. About 200 years ago, there was a chemist in Germany named Justus von Liebig that created a chemical that was a metallic silver, and he applied it to a pane of glass, and that's actually where we get the mirror today.
And the mirrors have never been the same since. Again, think of a day that you haven't used a mirror.
That's true. I use it every day.
And we're doing lots of different things here, whether it's a standard size mirror or the longer mirrors. Usually for about $6 to $7 a square foot, we can adjust the mirror in your room. And so you have to really spend a little time thinking about how much and what size of mirror you want.
Izzy, one thing that I've noticed from myself in the field, I've been installing a lot more of these mirror mates to give these mirrors a picture framed look. I'm so used to seeing the chiseled edge, but now everybody seems to be switching to this.
Yeah, from about $250 to $500 for a whole household, you can do these. And again, these are applied moldings that apply right here to the mirror, and you can do lots of different looks. You got modern looks, you've got rustic looks, lots of different things you can do, probably over 100 different options for these. So it's a really good look, a great way to accent your bathrooms.
They're really easy to install too, and one of the great things that I love about these is the fact that in a few years, say you wanted to change the style, with so many different options, you can actually change the style of your mirror mate to update with the current trends.
Flexibility is a great option with a mirror mate. Now there's one thing we haven't talked about yet that I know you're going to love here. One of my favorite mirrors in here. Let's go take a look at it.
All right.
So Tyler, this is it. It's a two-way mirror with a TV behind it.
Is that TV recessed into the mirror, Izzy?
Yes, it's just recessed there, so it makes it all work, and I'm telling you, it is wonderful.
That looks really awesome. I could literally stand at this sink, shave, brush my teeth, and watch my news and sports.
I'm telling you,
all the
I
time.
love it. I'm not sure if you're watching.
So Elizabeth, we're going to talk about topic number 6 today, which is lighting, and I could argue it's even more important than that. We always talk about how lighting impacts your home, and no more important rooms than the bathroom, right?
You're correct. One way to have some lighting in the bathroom is by a window. It's not always possible, but a window is the best. It's the best because it's natural light. You could always put one above your vanity if you have a tall enough ceiling, or maybe another spot in that bathroom.
And if that window is not an option based on where that bathroom is situated in the house, a lot of folks are opting for light fixtures that really mimic natural light, correct?
You're correct. And behind us we have a few examples. Now in a bathroom that you get ready in, you typically want to have a down light like what you see behind us. Warm lighting is the best, especially, you know, if you're putting on makeup, you want the correct lighting because you don't want to walk out of that bathroom and look a lot different than what you thought.
And if we do a half bath or a powder room where you don't maybe get ready in there as often, a lot of our decorators will recommend up lighting, like we see some of those examples as well.
And one other thing in the bathroom would be your outlets.
Wall plate covers have really become a hot topic here at Granite Ridge Builders. They're really incorporating some cool design elements. A lot of these fixtures even have multi-purpose design. So some will be like this, where it recesses into the wall and you can pop it out and get your electrical outlets. Some of these will even serve as dual light purposes and even use as flashlights or task lighting in there.
And another thing is be sure you have enough outlets. So if you're plugging a lot of things in, razors, hair dryers, you want to have the proper outlets in the bathroom.
I think the last thing to think about with lighting too is maybe some path lighting. So making sure in the middle of the night as you're getting into that space, you've got some path lighting so you're not tripping on any hazards as you get there.
And JR, we're doing so much more with the lighting, making it decorative. We're doing chandeliers, we're doing crystals within the chandeliers. There's just a lot of great lighting products on the market.
And coming in at number 7 on our list today is medicine cabinets and linen cabinets.
Right, or storage in the bathroom. If you're going to put a linen closet in, you're going to need about a 2x3 area, but there's other ways to address the problem as well, or that issue.
Well, there's lots of different things. We can either do it in the cabinetry,
Right.
under the cabinetry, and even on top of the cabinetry like we see here. Because again, in these little linen cabinet areas, you've got everything from your regular towels to your hand towels, to your washcloths, beach towels, and of course, medicine. And we've talked about it before too with the adventures of Sam's Club and Costco. With so many
Bulk,
more
right.
things being purchased in bulk, you've got these linen closets are perfect places to keep all these things and keep them out of sight.
Also, you know what's coming back? Medicine cabinets behind the mirror.
Yes. Again, in my house, we actually keep the medicine in the kitchen. That's a whole different other story. But a lot of times people keep their medicine
bathroom,
right inside the
where you're gonna
bathroom,
use it.
where it's a simple place to put it away. And behind the mirror is an old thing. The recessed one is probably the most popular when it's actually built into the wall, and then you can open it up from there.
At Granite Ridge, we've got a lot of creative ways to address storage in the bathroom. Come and see us.
And now number 8, and probably our favorite, dressing up the bathroom with color and accents.
There's so many different things you can do. When we're talking about dressing up the bathroom, a lot of people assume the half bath or powder bath, but you can really do this in any full bath as well. What you see behind us is some wainscoting. We do wainscoting in bathrooms a lot, especially painted for a brighter look, about 5 foot tall. You could do shiplap, so you can really have fun with some trim, but don't forget about your natural materials like a stone. It made this bathroom gorgeous and stand out, and everybody comments it when they see a bathroom with some natural materials and some really hardscaping, pretty accents.
And tile too. You also can accent your walls with some nice tile. And don't forget, wallpaper's coming back, and this is a great way to warm up your bathroom.
Absolutely. And also the ceiling is another way you can have a lot of fun with the bathroom. We've done some metal tin ceilings. You could put tile on the ceilings. A lot of different options when it comes to that. And don't forget about the color for the bathroom. When you're going for that spa feel or retreat, you want to think in the blue tones or light grays. A bathroom without a lot of natural light, you want to go a little bit lighter tones.
And Kayla, don't forget our favorite. We had tile everywhere. It was on the floor, the walls, the ceiling, even the countertop.
It's amazing what you can do with a bathroom and a little bit of decor.
So Kayla, when we're talking about bathrooms, one of the very important considerations is the flooring.
Absolutely.
Got lots of options.
We do.
Let's begin with maybe one of the more affordable ones, and then
Okay.
kind of go from there.
Yes, so what we're going to start with is sheet vinyl. This is a product that has, with Granite Ridge, a 10 to 15 year warranty. We don't have anything else here that we offer as a standard besides the 10 and 15 year warranty. So it's a really great product and a lot of different looks. So you're going to have the tile look here. You can have squares, rectangles. That's very realistic, a lot of good texture, so it's not as slippery. And the one thing with sheet vinyl, you don't want too high of a gloss because that you can see imperfection. So this has a good matte finish, which is great. And you even have some tile looks in that sheet vinyl as well.
Okay, and we move from vinyl. There's another vinyl product that we call resilient plank or luxury vinyl.
Yes.
Let's talk about that product.
Yes, so luxury vinyl plank is very popular, and we do this a lot now in bathrooms. You can do it in any moisture area because it is a vinyl product that has just a really thick core as opposed to the sheet vinyl. So with that wood look, it's very popular and a little bit more affordable than a tile as well. So it's a really great look here with some nice vanities with it. We really been going towards that resilient plank product.
In general, generally speaking, we're talking about $5-6 a square foot. So in a bathroom, it might be $500 or $600 to go to something like this, which is really pretty and really cool.
Exactly, and a lot of that's a tongue and groove system, so you don't have any joints to worry about there, and hardly scratches, anything like that. So it's a really good, durable product.
We move away from the vinyls. We move to ceramics.
Probably ceramics, porcelain tiles. So here we tend to use more porcelain tiles. It's a little bit more of a durable tile than a ceramic tile. And again, lots of different options here. So you can do squares, you could do rectangles, like Lonnie's
Look at
pulling
that.
up
That's
there.
cool.
You could do mosaics on the floor. And we're talking, we really have to think about what we're gonna put flooring wise in the bathroom. And as if you're doing a tile shower, how you're gonna mix those components as well.
This one's really cool. Look at that. It looks exactly like wood, and yet it's tile. Goes really well in a bathroom.
It does. So there's a lot of different design elements, and we can even play around with some mosaic tiles too. You could do some mosaics on the floor. We've done kind of that river rock pattern before, is that more spa feel. We've done little areas that kind of as a rugs. And don't forget, when we're talking about the floor, what about heated floors?
Right, and under the ceramic, that's an option, right?
Absolutely. So that's become very popular. Heated floors around vanity areas, stool areas, and even in showers.
Hey, got a stud tip for you. Let's talk about in those areas like bathrooms where there's water, what's the difference between like a ceramic and a porcelain tile?
We're going to definitely recommend the porcelain because it's a little bit more impervious. It's not going to absorb that moisture as much as a ceramic. You're going to be able to tell the difference because when you look at that tile, if you look around the body of it, you're going to see a red stripe. The body of a ceramic is red, whereas the body of a porcelain is white, and that's going to be a little bit thicker, and it's not going to absorb the moisture.
So when you can, pick out porcelain.
Elizabeth, my new favorite part in designing bathrooms has got to be the entry doors.
And there's so many ways to dress that up. Now we are doing a lot of pocket doors on bathrooms, but there's other options as well.
There are. So you could do some privacy glass, you could do a decorative glass, especially in a stool area where you don't have any natural light. You can get your privacy and have a little bit of fun with the decor.
We're even adding some barn doors in the bathroom.
Absolutely. And don't forget about the trim. We have wider baseboards and case profiles. We also have the crown molding to dress up your bathroom. So there's a lot of ways to have lots of fun in a bath when it comes to trim and doors.
Izzy, I'm thinking you need some more hairspray.
What? Really?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Is this? I think that was air freshener.
No.
Yeah. Thank you. Don't worry.
We gotta get this thing cleaned up, guys. Take
Yeah.
it. Come on, let's go.
Woo! Crow's feet? What's going on? This thing's broken, man. What's going on here?
Doing now.
You know what, Kayla? I really do not understand how you do this with all these bathrooms. The amount of work that goes into putting a bathroom together in today's society, amazing.
It's a lot of detail, but it's so rewarding to hear everybody say how functional and amazing their space is once they get to build it from where they were.
Yeah, we got to close. Jared, would you close for us?
Absolutely. As always, guys, I want to thank you for spending part of your day with us. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about who we are, what we do, and why we do what we do so well, please just pick up the phone, give us a call, visit the website below. Even better yet, come in any one of our front doors. We'd love to show you how to incorporate these bathroom items into your new custom home.
Yeah.
Hang on a second, guys. Network's calling right now.
Well, good.
This
Hopefully
Tony?
they liked it. Good. They liked it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you like the show today? Good. Good. Bad news. What kind of bad news? The dressing room wasn't supposed to be ours. We need to clean it immediately for a Golden Girls reunion show starting.
This was the first time we ever got one. That is discouraging.
We're not-
I can't believe out of place.
I'm
Oh,
out of
okay.
here.
I gotta go.
Wait till Betty White sees what Tony did to that shower.
Oh my gosh.
If you'd like to learn a little bit more about who we are, how's it going?
What we do.
What we do.
Are you serious?
Why we do.
Tyler's gonna have
What we
to do it.
do.
I forgot.
So
I
well.
literally
How
blanked.
much more hairspray can he take?
Tyler, coming in at number 5 on our list here is something that I would argue could be even number 1, and that's mirrors.
Do it again. Number 5.
Crickets.